Everybody, Michael Ninja's back at it again. You know how I like to do it. Press record and speak what's on my mind. How y'all doing today, people? I hope you're blessed. Hope you're being a blessing to someone in need. And there's no title to this video, but you know racism is a very much thriving issue going on right now. There's a lot of people that want to shut it up, but there's a lot of people who need to keep the dialogue going because there's a lot of knowledge that has to be spread. There's a lot of education that is out there that could be easily learned and absorbed, but there's a lot of people who still continue to be oblivious, that continue to fight off any knowledge because it threatens the knowledge that they currently hold on to, that they identify themselves as themselves. Okay, basically holding on to their ego, basically holding on to a learned, a pseudo ego. That's not you. Like, that's a learned behavior. Like, you grew up in it. You grew up in it, but you have enough common sense to see what's right and wrong, but you still choose to live what's wrong because you're just simply used to it. You know, like people in a relationship, they don't want to break up. They're always problems, fighting, arguing, whatever, but they seem to always gravitate back to each other. They never want to leave each other. Is because you just become used to that person, you know, and that shouldn't be the reason why you're bounded into a relationship. Relationship should be love, understanding, togetherness, empathy, sympathy. Like, you're supposed to be there for your partner if you choose to, or come into a contract or an agreement, you know, which is like a marriage or like a promise ring or so on and so forth. But anyways, back on the topic, back on the subject. So I see a lot of the, you know, pictures and posters of King Kong and Godzilla. And my thing is, again, with the racist thing. So I see symbolism. What the symbolism is, so Godzilla, of course, we understand is from Japan, but don't look at it that way. Look at it as an Asian creature, okay? Now look at King Kong as an American creature. What do I mean by King Kong's from Africa? Yes, understood, but King Kong was taken from Africa and brought to Americas. But now they're about to have these two gods fight, right? Being the Asians and the Americans. But who does all the labor? Who does all the fighting? When I say labor, I don't mean like we want, you know, let's get it right. We want to work. We do work. We're just not given a lot of opportunity or the best opportunity. And we live by a different culture. Okay, you can go to other countries and they don't work 8 hours a day. They work like 5 to 6 hours a day. They make enough to make a living. They pay enough to make a living under the wages. These are, you know, not poor countries that I'm talking about, of course. And we're seeing, you know, China come to power. A lot of y'all don't believe it, and I've said this before. I know I was born in the 70s, but they had already put this in play like way back in the 50s, okay? So, again, I'll say it, don't get mad. Just take the information and try to debunk it. But America did so much shit to the world all this time. And you ain't gonna like it, but China basically, again, learned America's blueprint. What do I mean? Loan countries money and hit them on the back end with high interest and basically come in and take over. You know, hey, you owe us. We're finna put the lien on you. You know what I'm saying? Don't let us hit the nuke buttons. You know what I'm saying? Bully ass type shit. But people don't see that. Okay? That's that machoism. That's whatever, you know, that's, but, basically they finna get, you know, the two countries at war. Now, I don't mean we physically finna fight, but it's, you know what I'm saying, how images and pictures, you know, manipulate your mind or your thought. So I know people are anticipating to see what the outcome of the two fighting. Like I said, it's just symbolism. I'm not saying that King Kong is America. I'm just saying that it does represent America, and Godzilla will represent the Orient. Okay, not necessarily Japan, but the Orient, because it came from over there. So it's going to symbolize China coming over here, and or these two gods, these two beings are gonna, these two giant entities are gonna battle it out. And we see that. We see that economically, we see that politically. And as of right now, you know, the attacks on Asians in the streets, I'm not for that, but at the same time, I'm not for people attacking black people in the streets as well. I have that type of memory where I remember when we were protesting, and, you know what I'm saying, whatever happened to the situation where the Hispanics were going out hunting the black people who were trying to protest. Yeah, I understand they were trying to riot and loot in certain areas. I don't condone that. I understand protecting your areas, defending your areas. I'm for that. But there was videos showing, you know, these groups of Hispanics, I want to say up towards Illinois area, that were blatantly going out and fighting and beating up and shooting at people of color, black people. I mean, I understand Hispanics are people of color, but I don't condone that type of behavior either. And we can't say that fair-skinned, pale-skinned people haven't exerted their hate on people of color, people of darker complexion, people of brown, Hispanic complexion. It's happening. So what do? Do we teach against it? Do we preach against it? Do we fight it out? Do we war it out? You know, because peace does come at the end of war. You know what I mean? But every soldier should want peace. Not even soldiers, and I don't mean military soldiers. I mean like warriors, people, men who have that instinct, you know? Because me, myself, I feel like I'm a warrior, but at the same time, I want peace. It shouldn't be about fighting and warring, you see? And especially between groups, large groups, nations, you know, there is a solution. There is a resolution for everybody to live on this planet together. And we're working towards that. It'll be amazing. But it'll be horrible if we can't weed out the negative and evil and demonic type entities from this existence.